Hello, thanks for joining me again. Okay, so it's the last day of the month, it's the 31st of May. Now I'm using my Spirit Animal Tarot and Oracle cards, but I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I haven't done this for a while actually. I like to reflect on the month and pick a card to summarise what we've learned in May. And then I'm going to pick another card to give us a little bit of a spoiler as to what we're going to expect in June. Okay. Right. We have bats. Now I have bats in my garden. They're amazing to watch at dusk actually. It's really lovely. But bat here is perfectly placed to be the Hanged Man, isn't he? He's number 10, Master of Suspension. And I'm really excited to see number 12 in the Major Arcana coming out today for us in the shape of bat, because for the last 2 days we had card number 11, Justice. So I really do feel like this is saying to us towards the end of this month now we are going to get it and move to where we need to be. Okay, so I said this was a card for the month, so I feel like we were always moving to this point where we knew that change was imminent. Okay, the reason I say change is imminent is because card number 12 is the Hanged Man. Obviously the next card after that is Death, card number 13, which is our transformation. That's when, you know, everything moves on to another level. So you can see the glow around the bat's head. Okay, that to me looks like it's the sun setting, and obviously that's exactly where a bat would be when the sun is setting. They're going to be hanging on a tree, just about to wake up. And I feel like that is the message for May. We've woken up. We are fully aware of what's happening, of the fact that we're moving out of one cycle into another. And I feel that it's only a matter of moments now where this sun sets and the moon comes out and this bat uncurls his arms and stretches his wings and flies and dances into the sky. So I feel that March has been moving up to that moment. So you might not quite feel like you're where you need to be at the moment, but I really do feel like this month has pushed and pushed and pushed you in the direction so that you're at the point of where you need to be. I feel as well, because the Hanged Man, you know, it's this idea of letting go. I really do feel that this month has been a time of endings, whether that was endings that were chosen by you or enforced or just necessary, things that had just run their course. I feel like there's an awareness that that has happened and that we've had to spend a little bit of time making our peace with it, maybe getting our heads around the fact that, okay, that really has finished, but now I'm on to something new. Now I've got something new to look at. And don't forget, you know, this bat comes alive at night, and that's unusual for us because we're not nocturnal, are we? Well, I know some of you work nights, but generally we're not nocturnal. So it's a bit out of our comfort zone, the idea of, you know, sleeping all day and being awake all night. It's something very different that we need to get our heads around. So maybe as a collective message, that's telling us the same thing. We are maybe going into uncharted territory now as we move into June. We may realise that things aren't going to be quite how they normally were as we've moved out of May. But this bat is coming in with that kind of reassurance that it's just how it is, you know, you'll get used to it. Now I'm going to give you the message actually that bat has given us. So sum that up as a message for May. Go within and then let go. So perhaps that has been very much what you've needed to do, especially this week with that Justice card kept coming out and out, didn't it? And the 7 of Cups. I feel like we've finally got it. We're finally here. We're ready to move into June with a greater clarity and a determination to move on and start the next part of our journey. So I'm going to pick up my Oracle cards now, and I'm going to give us a card for June. See what this month's got in store for us. Oh, okay. Okay. I've not seen this card before. Porcupine spirit. This looks like a little warrior, doesn't he? It's number 48. And his message is time for beginner mind. Heard of that phrase before, beginner mind. Okay, so we're not going to have all the answers, I guess. It's a new start, it's a new chapter. We definitely know that about June. We're moving into a time when we are going to be a beginner at something. I know I'm going to be a beginner at something because I'll be a qualified reflexologist in June, and I'll be starting up my business on a full-time basis. So, you know, I am going to be a beginner in a business sense. And maybe that's you. Maybe you've got something that's really, really exciting that's about to happen, that you're starting new. And I feel like this porcupine is saying, don't be too hard on yourself, you know. I also feel, obviously porcupines have got those prickles. It doesn't mean that they're a prickly character. It just means they're protecting themselves. So I do feel he is coming in with an element. Thank you, Poppy. Poppy's just protecting herself because someone's just walked past. Yeah, I do feel there's an element there of putting in that protection that you need. So maybe, you know, you do want to work with spirit a little bit more, and you need that white light of protection as you're working and giving messages in spirit. If you are going into a new job, you know, you possibly have got to have those boundaries, haven't you? You don't want to be the person that takes on everything. You know, just get to know people and the surroundings a little bit first. I feel there's a cautious element to porcupine that we could perhaps embrace as we move through June. And I feel as well, this is saying it's okay not to have all the answers. It's okay if you're a beginner at something, you ask questions, you make mistakes, you draw on other people's experiences. But what you can't do as a beginner is muddle through on your own. You do need an element of help and cooperation. Now, whether that help is you know, Googling the answers or actually asking a real human being, you know, that's very much up to you as a collective message. You'll take that in different ways. I love the warrior face paint that this porcupine's got on though. I love the individuality of this porcupine. You know, they've got their feathers and their beads in their hair, in their prickles. I love the fact that this porcupine is going out there in the world completely and utterly showing people who they are, and drawing attention to themselves maybe, you know. So maybe that's your time to do just that. Maybe you've hidden in the shadows for far too long, and June is going to be the time when you really do show people who you are, what you're made of, because I really do feel like May gave us a turning point. May has given us opportunities. May has put us exactly where we need to be. And I said a couple of times this week about missing opportunities. I feel like June is going to be the time when we absolutely do not do that. And the opportunities come to us and we take them, because we're in that open-mindedness of, okay, I'm a beginner, I'm new, so please bring me in anything that's going to help me. So working with the universe is definitely something as well that we're going to be using that gift as we move through June. Okay, so I am here every day. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Share this message with anyone you think needs to hear it. It's always nice to get a message like that from someone so they know that you're thinking of them. And have a wonderful day. I'll be back again tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.